We've got a new big black Defender here. Now this is a lot of black paint to keep clean. And I've been using this for a little while on a few cars, and I'm going to actually do a video now. So this is Nano Bond, came highly recommended in the test done by Scott HD, who tests this stuff and leaves outdoors, and really seems to be like good results. So anyway, I've got it off Amazon. This is my second bottle now because I've said a few other cars with another one. And it does about, I think I got about 5 cars out of my last bottle. So what we're going to do is apply it to the Defender. Now it's just a basic ceramic coat. It's a wipe on, wipe off, not a spray kind of thing. It is like a liquid hard substance, but we've cleaned this. So we've done a full decontamination. It's got 130 kilometers on it. I got it a couple days ago. So I've done it with a strong car soap. I've done it with the Cloden's 3-way cleaner and a clay bar. This is a good clay bar lube, but it's almost like it's an iron remover as well, similar to a wheel cleaner actually, but not quite as strong and a bit better for removing old wax and gray and wax and grease. So it is done. You see a few drops there. We're going to go over it with a microfiber now because we just did it with the leaf blower to get most of it. Now these are big. If you haven't seen one of these cars up close, I mean, they're not big for American standards, they're big for Australian standards. Probably the size of a Yukon back in the day when I was a kid over there in the 90s. So they're not small. It's going to take a little bit, but we got a little bit of cloud cover, which is nice. We don't want to do it in direct sun, but it doesn't fit in the garage at the moment. So we'll get rid of the last bits of water with some microfibers, and we'll get stuck into ceramic coating. Change of plan. It got really sunny, so put it in the garage. Okay. Not a whole lot of room to work up on the roof, but we'll see what we can do. And as a precaution, let's just switch off the roof. Garage over. You don't accidentally close on top. Okay, let's have a look at Nano Bond. Might as well use our checker plate panels because that's supposed to be where you put stuff. Plastic checker plate. I look into getting some steel ones because they do have steel one replacements. Wouldn't be too good in pedestrian crash, but hey, they're a bit tougher. Okay, that's the box. So this stuff, I noticed it got really high ratings from Scott HD, like I mentioned. Lasting well over a year, being permanently outside, like in the sun and weather in Texas. So what's it come with? Well, there's your bottle of stuff. The diamond nano ceramic coating right there, and there's, you got a little applicator, little soft sponge and the firmer on the back. What else is in here underneath? Oh, you've got a little buffing microfiber, and these are some like fine microfiber applicators. So we'll wrap those around this, and we'll just put on in a usual cross-hatch pattern for ceramic coatings. It is pretty hard. Like my last bottle, the little dried off bits were rock hard. So yeah, pretty cool. It's good stuff. So we're going to do everything. We're going to do every part of this. I've done the plastic trim with this before as well. It's great. Doesn't leave any kind of white residue. We're going to do the whole thing, all the glass, the roof, with a tiny little sponge in a massive large area. So I don't even think we'll be able to time-lapse this. It's going to be too long, but we'll set it up and let's hit it. Okay, I better show you how to apply this. So you get the little microfiber, you wrap it around the sponge, and that's a nice soft place to apply it. Open the little cap up after shaking it. Now you don't need much on it. So the instructions say a couple drops. I find that to get the best coverage, do a little line. See that line that just went on? And then we're just going to go on it a couple sideways like this, up and down like this, and that's your area covered. You're going to let that dry for a second, and then you're going to buff off. And that's it. That's all you got to do. corner, 2-3 dots. And then we try to go side to side. And then front to back. Pretty simple, that's it. And we just buff it off. Thought I'd show what a difference this makes on plastic trim. So you can see the line there of before and after. It just really, it darkens it up nicely. It doesn't make it black, but it just adds that nice, a little bit better tone to it, and a little bit of a shine. But that's that's my last pass on plastic. I thought I'd give you guys a glimpse of what that looks like, because this car does have quite a bit of plastic. There's optional glossy, but this one's matte finish plastic. Not gonna lie, that took a while, but it's absolutely gleaming. When you can see metallic on a camera, let alone a phone, that is sparkly. So there was when you put this on, like I showed it there, there's a noticeable line of where it is and where it isn't. And wow, what a difference. And of course, being ceramic, it's well sealed, it beads like crazy. Should get a solid year out of it without having to do much more, but we'll do, if you see spots that are getting low, like probably the flatter areas, the bonnet, and the front where it cops more wind and rain, we'll might have to top up, but getting the windows tinted in a couple days. There we go. The black Defender ceramic coated. Wow, look at that. It's just like depth. So yes, highly recommend it. I'll put the link in the description, of course, to Amazon, and it's not expensive. It's like $40 or $50 Australian, which is like 30 something US. But little goes a long way. I mean, actually I'll grab the bottle, let's have a look, see what I used. How much did we use? Well, you can't see in the bottle, but I used maybe a third, if that. Maybe I'd say a third, yeah. To do a car this big and use only a third of that, because you only use drips and then kind of like a little line of it here and there, little line, and then when you're putting on, it gets dry. That's it. But yeah, I did the wheels as well. Now these are satin gray. They just came up beautifully. So yeah, highly recommend it. That's that Nano Bond. These guys don't pay me, but I did my research like everyone else does, and I gave it a shot, and this is my second bottle now because it's been fantastic. So highly recommend it. There we go. You really see it at night under the light. Look at the sparkle of that paint. Wow. So yeah, it really brought it out. You really couldn't even see it before. Wish I had a before and after section, but no, I don't. Maybe see it down along the edges somewhere. Maybe down the corners. No, I did a pretty good job. So yeah. Reflection just the mouse. Yeah. That Nano Bond. It's the first time I've used it, and it did good stuff. Highly recommend it.